There are the Oscars, the Grammys, and the ESPYs. But for triathletes, it's all about Endurance Live. TriCenter from Endurance Live starts now. Welcome to this special edition of TriCenter, presented by Refuel Got Chocolate Milk. I'm Ann Westling. The world's top endurance athletes convened in LA at the famed Club Nokia this past weekend for the 20th anniversary of Endurance Live, the awards show that recognizes the year's top performances in endurance sports. Athletes traded in their compression socks and swim skins for more traditional attire and kicked off the night at the pre-show VIP party. After a little fun, guests made their way towards the show, but not without a pass on the red carpet. Marathoner and American 50K record holder Josh Cox was there to bring us a little closer to the stars.
I'm here with Olympic gold medalist Apollo Ono. It's good to have you here. What do you think about all this? You're more of the sprinter, and now you're surrounded by all these endurance folks.
It feels good, man. There's a tremendous amount of athletes here that do some. I mean, you've done 13 marathons.
Yeah.
To me, that's amazing. I mean, I've done one.
What's your feeling being around rubbing shoulders with Ironman, and you're sort of you're the middle distance. So how are you feeling?
Oh, I feel like it's such a great opportunity. I train at the training center, so I have a good opportunity to be around triathletes, and I kind of get to observe their world a little bit. But there's nothing like being able to come to an event where you're honoring everyone and you kind of reconnect with the other sports that share some of the adversity you go through and some of the triumphs you experience together.
Yeah, I think it's great to mix up outside of a race. You know, to have a really good night where we're not all in spandex and dressed up, and also to pay attention to those who have done great as far as performances or have done great things for communities or, you know, for the sport in general. So I think it's a great time to honor people and show our respects.
Oh, woman after my own heart. I love swimming. It's my favorite part of triathlon. This, of course, Dara Torres is the swimmer to be. If you want to aspire to be an awesome swimmer, you want to be Dara. Not to mention beautiful. You look ravishing tonight.
Thank you. So do you.
Well, I think we got the memo. The black was the night.
I don't have the pink pumps on though, so.
Yeah, I had to need a little something, you know. So, this your first time to the Endurance Live Awards?
It is. I'm very excited about it. I'm honored to be here along with other athletes and to get the message out there about how great chocolate milk is and to meet the kids at these awards.
You've been to this event before. What do you like about it?
I just love the opportunity to mix with a wide range of athletes. You know, sometimes triathlon's in its little niche and we find it hard to break out, but this brings the whole of the endurance sports community together, and I think it's phenomenal that we've got it in such a media center as LA. I just think it shines a spotlight for all to see on endurance sports, and it's a great event to be part of, and I'm really, really happy to be here.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Bob.
I was lucky enough to play co-host alongside Ironman Hall of Famer Bob Babbitt as the who's who of triathlon rubbed shoulders in a house packed with the biggest names in endurance sports. Top triathletes on hand included Chrissy Wellington, Magali Tisser, Tom Lowe, Julie Moss, McKeely Jones, Greg Welch, and Dave Scott. The show's presenting sponsor, Chocolate Milk, unveiled its latest campaign at Endurance Live entitled Refuel Got Chocolate Milk. They're encouraging athletes to use chocolate milk as a recovery drink after a hard workout or race, and they've invited athletes from all different sports to be a part of the campaign, including the likes of swimmer Dara Torres, speed skater Apollo Anton Ono, and triathlete Chris Lieto. Here's a little peek at one of the ads featuring 2010 Ironman world champion Mirinda Carfrae. And after the break, the moment you've been waiting for. We reveal the winners, and we'll talk to them backstage.
After my heart stops beating out of my chest. After I've felt the burn. After I've gone to hell and back. I refuel with chocolate milk to replenish critical nutrients and for high quality protein. That's how I prepare for tomorrow. That's my after.
Looking good, Rinny. Now let's turn our attention to the awards ceremony. The 2 Ironman World Champions received the top honors in the triathlete categories. Australia's Craig Alexander took home the Male Triathlete of the Year award, presented by the Active Network. And although he couldn't be at the awards due to his preparations for Ironman Melbourne, he did send in a video acceptance speech.
How do these things work again? Good evening, everybody. Obviously, I can't be with you in person there tonight, but I have donned my finest attire in honour of the occasion. It goes without saying that it's a huge honour, particularly in light of, I think, the depth of talent that's out there at the moment and some of the other performances that were turned in over these past 12 months. So thank you very much. I very much appreciate the recognition.
The Female Triathlete of the Year award was presented by TIER and went to 4-time Ironman World Champ Chrissy Wellington. Triathlete Jenny Fletcher was backstage for the celebration, reactions, and emotions.
Please welcome the now 4-time Ironman World Champion, our Endurance Live Female Triathlete of the Year, presented by TIER, the amazing Chrissy Wellington.
Tell us a little bit about last year for you, because you had a lot of amazing races, but a lot of obstacles, and you broke some records. And I mean, what a year for you!
Broke records, broke bones, broke a lot of things. Yeah, I mean, last year was an amazing year, but it wasn't all high. There were some lows to encounter, mainly due to my inability to defy gravity on the bike. But, you know, I started it off with a phenomenal race in Ironman South Africa, where I broke the world record, and then went on to break the world record in Roth after I'd suffered a broken rib, and then the crash before Kona really forced me to dig to the very depths of my soul to get the performance and the result that I so desperately wanted. But it really made me realize that we can achieve more than we ever think is possible, and that was the most empowering thing of all.
And now you've written a book, and you're taking a year off. Tell us what you're doing in your year off. Are you sleeping in? Are you still training secretly, or what's going on here?
There's not a lot of secret training going on. No, I mean, I've been incredibly busy. I wanted to invest as much time and energy in promoting the book as I did in writing it. I feel that it's a book that transcends triathlon. It even transcends sport, and will hopefully appeal to the masses. I'm incredibly proud of the book. It seems to be very well received in my home country.
Yeah, I heard it's a #1 seller there.
It was last week was the #1 bestseller in the UK. So I'm really proud of that. But no, I'm definitely not sitting idle. I am doing a little bit of training each day. I'm doing a crazy challenge next month where I'm running Paris Marathon, cycling 1,000 kilometers, and then running London Marathon in a week. So I'll be doing that in April, then back to the US in May for the May book tour. So no, I'm not sitting idle, and I'll throw myself into different races.
Now let's take a look at the other awards that were handed out on Saturday night. Performance of the Year, presented by SingleTrack.com, went to Danny Hart. Cycling Legend, presented by Velo Magazine, went to Ned Overend. The Male Runner of the Year award was presented by Chewbacca and went to runner turned triathlete Lucas Verzbikis.
Motivation is what gets you started, and habit is what keeps you going. And I think before coming here today, I think this event is like embodied by that quote.
Well, at the end of my running season, my triathlon best friend, Kevin McDowell, who was the favorite to win the World Championships, was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer, and in his name I competed and won him the gold medal that he deserved. And, you know, that feeling kind of stuck with me, and it was a very special time, and, you know, I just really couldn't let go of it, and it became my new passion. And I mean, it takes time, I guess, to find your passion in life.
The Female Runner of the Year award, presented by Competitor.com, went to Jenny Behringer Simpson. The Challenged Athlete of the Year, presented by Refuel Got Chocolate Milk, went to Andre Kalick. Celebrity Athlete of the Year, presented by Competitor.com, went to Apollo Anton Ono. And finally, the biggest award of the night for Competitor of the Year, presented by Refuel Got Chocolate Milk, went to runner and recent Olympic qualifier Meb Kavleski.
I gotta write a speech. This is too special.
Yeah, going back to the Olympics 8 years later, where I won the silver medal in 2004, I was hoping 2008 would be the year potentially get another medal or at least go for the gold, but unfortunately that didn't happen. It's not what we wanted, but you work hard and never give up, and for me to be able to come back again from that, not be able to walk, and to win the New York City Marathon and now qualify for the Olympics, I'm very excited.
Congratulations to all of the recipients. After a great night of honoring the world's best athletes came the true test of endurance, the after party. And what a night it was. That's our show for today. Thanks so much for joining me. We'll leave you with more sights and sounds from the evening.
Can you take just like a half step to your right?
No.
Fired.